Now then, so far we've done loads of F1 2023 content on the channel. However, that was all on Assetto Corsa. This is the first video on F1 22, so if you have the game on PC, today is your lucky day. Now if you guys are going to enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe. In this one, we are going to do a 5-lap race at Bahrain, which is round 1 for the new season. Also, down below there's timestamps, so click on the part of the video that interests you the most. We're now going to jump into the cars, the suits and the drivers, and then we'll jump into the race. So, car number 1, the Mercedes FW14 with the blackout livery, of course, and looking absolutely insane. Very, very nice, with Lewis, of course, alongside George Russell. Car number 2 is going to be the Red Bull RB19, which of course is essentially mostly unchanged with a few details here and there. And of course for this one we've got Max Verstappen at the helm, the defending champion, alongside Sergio Perez with the new race suits. Car number 3 we have Ferrari, the SF23, with of course the new little bits of black and also red, and the Ferrari on the rear wing as well. Very nice. Along as always for the riders Ferraris, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz with their new race suits. We now go to McLaren, and to be fair, this is actually quite a decent one. It's pretty damn accurate. I will say one thing, every single car in this mod has 2 options. You either go for the actual real chassis, which will have some certain inaccuracies on the livery due to limitations in the game, or if you want a fully accurate, realistic livery, then go for the FOM version, essentially replacing, I believe, every single car on the grid with the FOM multiplayer car, but that way you'll get a fully accurate livery. Now, as for the McLaren, we have Oscar Piastri, of course, replacing Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris. I tried to get the name change program working, but I couldn't get it down to it, so we're going to have to run with the old names for this one. Up next, we have Alpine in the pink version, which I quite like, as you saw in my video yesterday, and yeah, keeping the original car model as well. We have Pierre Gasly, of course, of the name Fernando Alonso, and Esteban Ocon once again. And then we have AlphaTauri. To be fair, this one's pretty good. This one's near enough, accurate enough, missing a few bits of red detail, but for the most part, this one fits the bill. And for this one, of course, we have Nick De Vries with the new race suits and helmet alongside Yuki Tsunoda, the smallest driver pairing on the grid. Next up on the list, Aston Martin, Aramco Cognizant Formula 1 team, the longest team name you're ever going to see. For this one, of course, we've got Lance Stroll as head honcho alongside Fernando Alonso replacing Sebastian Vettel. Up next we have Williams with their new little wheels and their matte paint finish and little details here and there with the Golf sponsorship. As for the driver lineup, of course, Alex Albon back again alongside Logan Sargent. We now move into probably one of the most famous and popular liveries of this year's grid, the Alfa Romeo Stake F1 team, and as you can see, the black and the red looking absolutely on point. Valtteri Bottas in the blackout suit alongside Zhou Guanyu once again. And last but not least, my favourite livery from this year's grid, as I voted in my tier list video, link in the top right. As you can see, the MoneyGram Haas with some small alterations to make it work on the original chassis. We have Kevin Magnussen with the new suit, cap and helmet alongside Nico Hulkenberg, work in progress suit and helmet. Now for this one, I'm going to go with the man himself, Mr. 7-time world champion, LH44 Blessed.
Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, Sergio Perez, and Fernando Alonso. Ocon, Gasly, Norris, and Guan Yu Zhou. Bottas, Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Mick Schumacher. Tsunoda, Albon, Lance Stroll, and Sebastian Vettel. Latifi and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
Right, here we go. Let's get the elbows out. It's only 5 laps, so we're going to have to be snappy with it. Underway. Not the best start. But anyway, let's try and see if we can make up some progress straight away. Go for a bit of a timid lunge into one. We'll try and get at least 2 cars. Oh, it's all a bit tight, but we're going to just squeeze through and get the 2 Aston Martins. So there we go, P17 already. Thought about going around the outside of Tsunoda there, but we'll cut back. And we'll try it and look for a move into the hairpin. Up the inside of Albon as well. There we go. Lovely. P15. Now we're looking at Hulkenberg. Let's see if we can try and use the Merc to our advantage and make some more moves. We're going to get nice and close into this break zone. We are on 110 AI, by the way, so we'll just do the best we can. I haven't played this game in a while, to be fair. I've been playing a lot of Assetto Corsa, so playing this does feel a bit weird. Almost got past Hulkenberg there. He just parked his car in the right place. We'll try again though. Into the final corner maybe. Up the inside on the brakes. Excellent. Nice clean pass. And that is now P14. So Piastri is next. Let's try and see if we can get amongst it. But we're not going to cut too much in this. We're just going to stay with the action the whole way through and just see what happens. There might be an occasional cut if I feel like there's too much blank space or too much waffle in certain areas. Oh, bit of a moment there. That's not exactly ideal. Pushing a bit too hard. Let's see if we can get a few more moves done now. The race is kind of course, leveling out. That's why lap 1 was so key to make those passes. Important to get as many more as possible before the DRS does get enabled and we start to use it halfway through the next lap. Running a bit low on the battery here, but we're going to try and see if I can get Piastri. Bit of a moment again there on the power. Here we go then.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Out of deployment, out of battery, but we're going to commit to this move. Up the inside, release the brake, let the car roll, and just like that, we're P13. So, not a million miles away from the points. Let's try and look to get Valtteri up next in the Alfa Romeo. Definitely points on the cards in this little short sprint race. Car's working well, got a decent setup on, so I'm feeling confident we can achieve a bit more here. It's just the battery I'm worried about. I've got to try and not use it and recharge everywhere else and only save it for overtakes at this point. I'm using the battery here, trying to see if I can close in on Bottas a bit more. Gonna have to put our brake testing or late braking abilities to the test here to try and get these moves done. We're so far back. This isn't ideal. Personal best. Not quite as fast as that, because we're really on fumes now in terms of battery deployment. Bit of a train checking up though. Zhou's at the front of this, so we're going to have a battle for P9 by the looks of it here for the rest of the race. Although right now, Oscar Piastri's coming back with the juice, with the battery and the burners on. We'll go around the outside and hang on to that one very nicely through there. Out of DRS range now, which isn't ideal. So on for the last lap of the race. But AI usually drain all their battery on this last lap, so I'm hoping to see some action. Zhou up ahead under some pressure here from Kevin Magnussen, I believe. That'd be ideal if Magnussen could try to put a move on. That would cost everyone time and they'd all check up. We don't even have DRS right now, and I've got no battery to fight back, so this could be the it for the race. Could be the final finishing position. I'm trying my pants off to try and close in here, but it really isn't easy. Car feels great though. Absolutely fantastic. I love that Merc in black, I'm not going to lie. That was a lovely little sequence there. We gained so much on Bottas through that. Will there be any late twists? Not super confident, but you never know. A mistake or two could happen. Not the best exit through there. We're trying to save all the battery for the last straight, but the AI are really draining their battery now. I can visually look on the deltas and see we're just bleeding time on the straights. Probably not the best track, to be fair, for outright racing action. Bit of the old DRS train effect. And Magnussen also didn't get the move on Zhou, so we're never going to get any action up ahead. So this is going to be at P13 for us. Try the best. An explosive first lap, but that is going to be it in terms of the action. Leclerc wins the opener. Will that be the result in 2 weeks' time? I guess we'll find out.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, tyre management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit, familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again.
Well then, there we go guys, hopefully you enjoyed that one. That was a preview of the new F1 2023 mod. You can see here in the highlights how the grid will actually look, and it gives you an idea in terms of, you know, maybe there are still enough colours and the grid isn't that dark that we'll still get some, you know, differences here and there in terms of livery design for the most part. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it guys. Link down below to the mod, go check it out guys. The mod creator put in a hell of a lot of effort to get this turned around in such a short time, so go show some support and show some love. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'm back soon guys with some more content. Career mode is on the way soon, don't worry, it's on the way. But yeah, cheers for watching guys. As always, a big shout out to the members. Check out the 2 videos on screen, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, have a great rest of the weekend, and I'll see you